This is just a short video to kind of walk you through the basics of using the Uponor ProPEX fittings with the Milwaukee M12 PEX expander tool. So this is the $400, if you can believe that, Milwaukee M12 PEX tool. And let me show you how it works. So to make a connection, you take the appropriate size fitting. You can see that this is for 3/4 inch tubing. And you make sure that your spindle here is well lubed. Screw on the fitting, and this is the action of the machine. You'll notice that as the PEX expander tool runs, it turns very slightly each time to avoid creating ridges and dimples in your expanded PEX tubing. So if you take one of these rings that is basically like a piece of cut tubing but has a little lip on one side to keep it from sliding too far in, push it over the end of the tubing, and then expand it out. That will then, you can push this over the edge of your piece, and within about 20 seconds or so, you can already see it shrinking. That will clamp down over your fitting and hold very, very solidly. The only time I had one of these leak was when I mashed things too far in and probably cracked the fitting against a piece of wall. Here are some fittings for 1/2 inch PEX. This is a plastic elbow, and this one is a metal spout like you might put out of the wall and then cut the end off and put a compression fitting valve on. I'd show you making a connection on these, but once you make the connection, you can't really cut it off without nicking the material here. So you really can only make a connection once, and if you make that connection once and it doesn't work, then you've destroyed the piece. I showed you the little lip on this ring before I put it on here, and it's kind of important that that lip be there. It's also important that your fittings be fairly dry before you put things on. I tried to do some rework, and what I found was that if the area was wet and I inserted the PEX tool in there and started to expand things out, the little lip didn't hold the ring against the edge of the PEX tool, against the end of the PEX.